I think I want to talk to Jonathan. Jonathan in Texas. Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Going good.
Good. What did you want to talk about?
Well, there's two things. One could be pretty short, and one could be a very heavy topic.
We'll do our best.
Okay. The first question is, what advice would you give a new atheist? I've actually recently deconverted from religion and became an atheist.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Rock on. Do you want to go first? I've got a lot.
Oh, man, so have I. I'm writing a book on this currently.
Actually, you just finished a chapter this morning, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Do you have a working title yet?
Answering the Confusion.
Dig it.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
Eventually, I will be able to refer you to that resource. But yeah, I think it's different for everybody, honestly. It kind of depends on what brought you out of your faith, I think. What were the 2 or 3 biggest things that kind of made you sit up and go, wait, this doesn't make sense to me? And I'd say follow those 3 things first and see where those take you. For me, it was a lot of translation and biblical translation and figuring out exactly how the Bible was put together. So that was something that I thought was super helpful. I didn't really consider the evolutionary part of it until much later. When I was like, oh, hey, wait a minute, thinking back, I probably don't have the right information on this subject. But for me, starting there wouldn't have been as helpful. So I guess I'd ask you, what's one of the big things that kind of pulled you away in summary, super short?
The things that really pulled me away were the scientific inaccuracies in the Bible. Because I've always been a science nerd. I've always gotten straight A's in science. And I've studied the hell out of it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at the Bible from a non-biased scientific point of view, I just did not see it matching up with evidence. To quote Aaron Ross, the Bible says that the earth is flat, that bats are birds and whales are fish, and that clearly does not match up with science.
Right.
Well, so for me, I went everywhere I should not have gone first. I took a nice long detour into woo. And it led me to thinking, well, maybe there's something to this collective unconscious. Maybe if I do the right drug and the right kind of meditation that I can tap into this kind of, and it scientific skepticism, dude. I wish somebody would have grabbed me by the shoulders and said, Eric, check out skepticism, please, for the love of fuck. Check out skepticism. It's not pessimism. That is something that I always thought when I was a Christian. Skepticism is the same as pessimism.
Yep.
Pessimism is when you have a negative opinion of everything. Skepticism is when you refuse to be brought in by something just because it was handed to you as truth. You get to actually go, you know what if this is wrong? What would it look like if this is wrong? And making sure that those things that you take as true in this world have a good reason for it, because it's uncomfortable when you explore them. But damn it, man, that is a tool that I wish I had that would have saved me 5 fucking years. So definitely check out scientific skepticism. And then from there, there's no rule book. Explore, live your life, do those things that make you happy and learn those things that inform you more about the world that you want to learn. For me, that was reading Richard Dawkins and a ton of other amazing atheist authors and philosophers. It was looking into absurdism and nihilism and reading Bertrand Russell. And but that's me, right? Philosophy is kind of my jams. If that's not it for you.
Same here.
Oh, it is?
Oh, good. Awesome.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
I love Nietzsche. I love Dawkins. I love Hitchens. Those are the things I turn to.
Yeah.
Awesome. One thing that you might want to consider doing is something I did the last year. I signed up for great courses, and I took an entire college course on philosophy. And I'd taken a couple courses in undergrad, but it really helped me to refresh everything and looking at it from this perspective now as an atheist, as somebody who could use this for for apologetics and counter-apologetics, that was super helpful. One that's really good is The Big Questions of Philosophy by David K. Johnson. That's the one I love. And it was like 36 hours of just straight up philosophy. It was great.
Awesome. Well, sadly, I can't actually go to college yet due to an incident over at school when it evolved when I was in my edgy teen phase, pretending to be a Satanist, wearing an inverted cross, and eventually I was expelled for it for just wearing that inverted cross.
What?
Yeah. I remember being an edgy teenager. That was... Yeah. It was
I
bad.
look back on it and cringe.
Oh, my goodness.
But I do really like Anton LaVey's writing. It kind of speaks to me in a dark kind of way.
For me, it was a lot of Papa Roach and Nine Inch Nails. But Jonathan,
I'm personally a metalhead, so I love a lot of metal bands.
For sure. But thank you for calling in, man.
Yeah. Could I ask one more question?
Yeah, what's up?
Recently, I've been wanting to come out to my family as an atheist, but they're extremely religious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm scared of being kicked out of my father's house. I recently lost my apartment due to my job terminating me because they were going bankrupt. And I'm living with my father, with my wife, and I'm afraid if I come out as an atheist, then he'll kick me out. Because my mom's in a nursing home right now, and she can't really do anything because he doesn't listen to her.
So if you don't have to and don't want to because you're worried about losing your home, don't. If this is something that you can't live without and you're understanding that those are the consequences, go for it. But you have your entire life. I waited for my grandma to pass away before I came out as an atheist because I didn't want to have that be a thing. But when you're ready, go for it. But nobody's forcing you. We're not holding it against you. You know, take care of you. Take care of yourself.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Take care, brother.
All right. Bye-bye.